Hello and welcome to Campus Currents, where we help you navigate the tides of campus living. My name is Kayla Okonu.
And my name is Tristan Scott. It's a new quarter, and we have some exciting stories to share with you.
Let's get into it. The College of Nursing and Health Science just celebrated their 90th anniversary. It has grown from a small University of Washington affiliated program built in the 1930s to a nationally ranked college in the top 5%. Now housed in the university's oldest building, the college has expanded to include diagnostic ultrasound, public health, and kinesiology. This move brings health-focused programs all under one roof, encouraging collaboration, research, and hands-on learning. With advanced simulation labs and innovative technology like virtual reality ultrasound, the college is preparing students to bridge healthcare workforce gaps, such as a growing shortage of primary care doctors, leading to an increased reliance on nurse practitioners.
President Donald Trump completed the first year of his second term on January 20th. In the last month alone, Trump has ordered the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, has claimed he wants to seize Greenland for national security reasons, and encouraged immigration and customs enforcement operations leading to 2 fatal shootings in Minneapolis. A big marker of Trump's first term are the 230 executive orders he signed, compared to the 220 orders in all 4 years of his first presidency. 49% of Americans who took a New York Times survey said the country is worse off with Trump as president, and protests all across the country have reflected frustrations with his administration. With people around the country fed up with Trump and his policies, protests have been erupting as ways to resist his administration.
An estimated 300 anti-Trump protesters marched through Capitol Hill wielding signs Tuesday, January 20th. Seattleites joined protesters across the country to call for an end to the Trump administration and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, in America. The protests began at about 3 p.m. with speeches from community members and advocates at Seattle Central College. Protesters then marched through Capitol Hill and down East Pine Street, accompanied by 8 Seattle police officers. Since then, more protests have taken place in Seattle and across the country, fueled by the shooting of Alex Guevara, a 37-year-old intensive care nurse, by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. Protests on January 24th and January 26th in front of the federal building drew crowds outnumbering January 20th's protest. An upcoming rally has been organized by Seattle Educators Against ICE for January 31st at Seattle Central College.
Given the current political climate around immigration, students were surprised when Seattle University's Crime and Justice Research Center invited the United States Customs and Border Protection's Office of Professional Responsibility to their annual career fair. The decision sparked student backlash. Some expressed their displeasure on social media, while others took to Seattle U's student government to ask that the invitation be rescinded. A survey sent out by the Criminal Justice Club found that out of 430 responses, 408 students would prefer the invitation be rescinded. In response, Dean Monica Casper of the College of Arts and Sciences announced that the fair would be moved from its planned location in the Casey Commons to the Alumni Advancement Building off the main campus. At a faculty meeting on January 26th, it was announced that Customs and Border Protection had declined the invitation and will not be attending the career fair.
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, or CPB, announced its dissolution in early January after its funding was cut by Congress. CPB has played a crucial role in balancing the largely commercial media landscape in the United States. The CPB funds media organizations like NPR and PBS, as well as many other public television and radio stations. The dissolution raises concerns about the future of career stability and access to quality journalism. Said station manager for Seattle U's student-run radio station KXSU, Natalie Melendez, quote, "It makes me really emotional and it is devastating. Public radio is a powerful, influential, and necessary form of media, and this feels like a huge infringement on our First Amendment rights." End quote.
You know, it's a shame that broadcasting networks are losing important funding.
I agree. I'm going to be worried that I'm not going to be able to keep up with my favorite show every week.
What's your favorite show?
RuPaul's Drag Race. Have you been keeping up with the latest season?
I can't say I have, but I may have a solution to both of our problems. If you're a drag enthusiast under the age of 21, your options are limited. A new Drag Race watch party at Tailwind Cafe may be solving those issues. The Sunday Watch Party, which is showing the 18th season of Drag Race, a competitive reality TV show for drag queens, started as the passion project of second-year anthropology and sociology major Mio Dakane and Seattle U alumnus Colin Dufree, both of whom are drag artists and performers. Through observing the gaps in Seattle's under-21 drag scene, the two noticed that spaces for young queer people to connect, beginner drag artists to perform, and non-bar spaces that showed the new season of Drag Race were lacking. With a sliding scale entry fee, money earned always goes towards paying drag performers, and certain shows support local charities. Watch parties will be held every Sunday until this season of Drag Race ends. Doors are at 6:30 p.m., with the show starting at 7 p.m., and each will feature a weekly guest performer. Ages 15 plus are welcome to attend.
Have you ever wondered if someone's outfit matches what they listen to? One of our staff reporters, Austin Woolley, set out to find the answer to that very question.
Today, we are walking around campus trying to find the most fashionable student at SU. And a lot of people say that music taste really reflects in their fashion sense, so we're kind of doing a study on that too. We're going to try and find their favorite artist, their favorite album, and their favorite song. Look at your fit, let's comment. Necklace, belt, shoes. We're here to see about your music taste. So 3 questions for you. Yeah. Favorite song, favorite artist, favorite album.
It's like one of the hardest questions to ask me. I would say Ethel Cain.
Okay.
Yeah. Favorite song of all time, definitely Venice Bitch by Lana Del Rey. And then favorite album, gotta go with Kid Crow by Conan Gray.
You can watch the full Specs episode on our YouTube channel, Seattle Spectator.
Following a quarter-long sabbatical, on-campus club Eco Sangha, a traditional Zen practice group, returns to Seattle U for its 20th year of on-campus, faculty-led group meditation sessions. Eco Sangha began informally on campus in 2005 after a Buddhist philosophy course taught by Professor Jason Worth left students seeking a greater degree of involvement with the tradition. After meeting in backyards and attic apartments for a few months, Eco Sangha was established as an official on-campus club in the winter of 2006. Since then, the group has held weekly meditations. As the environmental crisis becomes of increasing concern in the modern world and political intervention continues to fall short of altering its trajectory, Eco Sangha encourages students to look within for a more appropriate solution to climate change. Eco Sangha meets every Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Campion Multi-Faith Prayer Room and is open to all Seattle U community members. I might need to check out one of those meditation sessions for myself.
Looking to find a little Zen in your life?
I think it would do me some good.
Everyone in Seattle may need to practice meditation for the Super Bowl. For the first time in over a decade, the Seattle Seahawks are returning to the Super Bowl. The Hawks bulldozed through the San Francisco 49ers 41-6 on January 17th, advancing the team to the NFC Championship to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The contest versus the Rams was close, but in the last few seconds of the game, Rams receiver Puka Nacua completed a deep reception but failed to go out of bounds before being tackled, causing the clock to run out. The Seahawks were able to defend their home turf, securing the victory 31-27. The team will hit the gridiron at Levi Stadium February 8th, taking on the New England Patriots in a rematch from 2015, where the Patriots came out victorious, looking to achieve their second Super Bowl victory.
Men's basketball fell to number 9 ranked Gonzaga January 17th, 50-71. Seattle U struggled on the offensive side, shooting just 35% from the field and 23% from the three-point range. Despite these challenges, the Redhawks managed to stay competitive thanks to double-digit performances from senior guard Braden Maldonado and sophomore center Horan Dan. Redshirt sophomore forward Will Heimbrodt led the Redhawks defense, picking up his 50th and 51st blocks this season. Heimbrodt currently sits at the 6th in the nation in blocks. The Redhawks currently sit at 9th in the conference standings, with just over a month left to play before the WCC tournament.
Seattle University women's basketball defeated the University of San Diego 68-62 in the Redhawk Center January 8th. This was Seattle U's first West Coast Conference win of the year, following a number of close losses at the beginning of the season. The first 3 quarters were a back-and-forth fight. Throughout the game, neither side had a lead of more than 6 points. In the last 10 minutes, Seattle U shot almost perfectly, making 90% from the field and going 4 for 4 from beyond the 3-point line. As the season continues, Seattle U will continue to build on their performance in the hopes that a turnaround will happen in the second half of their season. For the time being, the Redhawks have what they've been looking for, proof that their work is paying off.
And that's all for this episode of Campus Currents.
To read more, check out our website, seattlespectator.com. And remember,
Stay current, Redhawks.